Into the next segment, we are watching How to Give Birth Defects. The Goblin's Guide. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, CPS. Yeah, I'd like to put in a tip for a disgusting freak that's watching.
Why the hell was he looking at me?
Watching my video right now.
What the hell?
Oh, this is Domino's?
She bad.
No, don't hang up, yeah, I'll get a large pepperoni. So you want to give your spawn birth defects? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, I'll be showing you how to give your child birth defects.
Okay.
As it turns out, there's an...
You think there's good type of birth defects? Like, do you think Victor Wembanyama has a birth defect? Or, like, do you think he's, like, just gifted? Because, like, what if I give my child, like, extremely lengthy birth defect? So, like, he becomes really tall and masculine. And shut up and watch.
An insane number of ways to prenatally upgrade your offspring. So let's start with one with no controversy.
Autism. I thought we said upgrade. Did he not just say upgrade?
Yeah, you're just
be Trent, he having birth defects. Like, nice English.
You're gonna want to vaccinate your children and make sure you feed them aluminum every night. While there is no concrete cause of autism, it has been linked to a couple of trends, notably premature births, genetics, and the age of the parents. But even that is still disputed. Luckily,
if you have young parents, you can have autism? Or maybe it's younger parents, but I think it would
medical researcher recently found a cure.
Yeah.
Did he say researcher?
My autism, for the most part, has been cured.
For brevity, I'm going to...
Alright, genuinely, I mean, okay, your autism is cured. You have a negative canthal tilt. You have earrings. You have a beard. You have a cat necklace, blue dyed long hair. And maybe I'm jealous because you're getting donated.
Recently found a cure.
Yeah, my autism, for the most part, has been cured.
For brevity, I'm going to abstain from mentioning purely genetic birth defects because that won't make an interesting video. Right. Instead, we'll be looking at ways to increase your odds through your actions. Speaking of actions, the first thing you'll need to do is get pregnant. Now, I understand that's probably really difficult.
Trent already has that step done. Trent, you already have that. Trent, you're so lucky you already got that.
For most of my viewers, fortunately, I've come up with a surefire way to get...
Oh, it's you on the screen. What's up, Trent?
Share my videos. Guys, racism content is a well-known aphrodisiac. And if you don't believe me...
That was not me.
Congratulations, now you're pregnant, or you got someone pregnant. Ugh. You're about to run a 40-week gauntlet, and there's no time to lose.
No, I'll wait for them to roll in. I'll wait for the comments to roll in.
When a pregnant woman eats or drinks, so does the baby. So what'll it be, sweet?
You think if a pregnant woman takes steroids, do you think then the baby would also become jacked? Because would that be method? Or like, if the pregnant lady starts popping True Height chocolate or True Height gummies?
I want to double... No,
Trent's mom drank with him? No, she did not.
Quadruple vodka water. Alright, and for the little one... When pregnant women drink, alcohol slips into the fetus's body and their pathetic, immature liver is incapable of producing enough enzymes required to break it down efficiently. So,
bro, I low-key feel bad watching this. Like, it's low-key making me sad.
Remains in the system for longer. What happened last night? Oh shit, am I naked? Exposure to alcohol can make you really good at pool, but it also interferes with the brain's development. In fetuses, this is called fetal alcohol syndrome. It's associated with behavioral problems and physical deformities in the face and body. Man, we all know a guy who looks just like this. Tag a friend who has fetal alcohol syndrome down in the comments. I highly recommend finding two able-bodied people to spot you while doing keg stands. You don't want to fall over and crush the baby. That could seriously mess it up. Just like the liver, a fetus's immune system isn't battle-hardened, so it doesn't have the ability to effectively defend
Yo, what's good? I'm tagging you. What the hell do you mean you're tagging me?
itself against infections. This makes it extremely vulnerable to pathogens transmitted by the mother, which means we'll need to find some more pathogens. Wait a minute. This isn't a pathogen. It's an ad read. Boot.dev is an online coding platform that teaches...
Bro, this ad is a fifth of the video. Like, what are we
exploit
on?
Weak immune systems by consuming raw fish, beef, and probably raw chicken.
Wait, raw fish is bad for you? How is raw fish bad for you?
Known to transmit parasites responsible for toxoplasmosis, which can lead to fluid accumulation in the brain and intellectual disability.
Is sushi okay,
Rubella can give your kid cataracts, and then there's the Zika virus that can shrink your infant's skull. I highly recommend investing in the bug catcher skill tree early. It allows you to quickly contract STIs and STDs, which can really mess up your kid. For example, syphilis can cause babies to be born with deformed bones and jaundice. Babies with syphilis. Jesus Christ, that is horrible! I just found out HPV can rarely cause wart growths in the baby's throat. Pretty much every STI can be passed down to your children during delivery if you're not a C-section, but most won't cause structural damage, just internalized hatred. But don't worry, by the end of this video...
Wait, so if you have a STI and your baby slips out the poo, it can contract the STI just by slipping out the poo? That's... I guess that makes sense. How do you combat that? What if you put like a condom... My bad. I need to stop.
Your offspring will be so impaired that they won't be able to exact their revenge. Let's talk about smoking for a second. Big shock, it's bad for you, we've all heard it, and it can also make your child have breathing.
Trent will never get an STI because nobody will sleep with him.
Problems, a cleft palate, and be born premature.
I'm not that shocked.
Doing recreational drugs does more of the same.
Ooh, this is what we need to know. This is what we need to do. I hate trends. Okay. This is what we need to know. If steroids will make your baby stronger.
Preterm births, impaired brain development, and behavioral problems. But there's been many cases over the years where doctor-approved prenatal drugs have caused adverse harm. In the 50s, pharmacists created an over-the-counter drug called thalidomide to reduce morning sickness for pregnant women. About 9 months later, thousands of babies were born looking like Pokemon. It became apparent in the 60s that thalidomide resulted in babies not developing limbs, so Big Pharma graciously pulled it from the shelves. Luckily, there's still a bunch of drugs on the market we can use, like Accutane. Okay, on a serious side note, do not Google Accutane babies unless you're prepared to see this. They basically look like their skin is turned inside out and crusty. Accutane increases
like the Titan from Attack on Titan. Did Trent's mom take those drugs? Yo, bro, I am a normal human being. Like, bro, my mom was very cautious when she was having me. She did not drink. She did not take drugs. She didn't take anything over the counter, bro. She was very careful with me. That's why I am perfectly fine.
Your odds of birth defects by 30%. Symptoms include smaller absent ears, heart defects, cranial defects, and extreme skin reactions. I found a case where a woman was accidentally prescribed an androgen blocker that reduces testosterone production. While it doesn't always cause harm, it can result in the baby having ambiguous genitalia or a...
Ambiguous? open to what? Make any sense?
Micro shrimp. I consulted an expert.
Did you know Nept has almost 100,000 subscribers and he has a short with 1 million views? Yeah, let that sink in. Okay, yeah, let this sink in. Nept has 100,000 views, so it's pushing out his videos about 100,000 times more than mine. Let that sink in, bro.
Me, and I quote, having your baby become a girl counts as a birth defect due to the fact that women suck. At this point in my research, I realize I've been ignoring something. Maybe I should consult people who have been pregnant, as they might be more qualified than I. Hey, Mom, are there any drugs that pregnant women shouldn't take? Oh, hi, my favorite child. I love you so much. You're so talented. There's a drug called tetracycline that can make...
I think Trent's mom forgot protection.
Your baby have gray teeth. Gray teeth? At least you can hide a micropenis. Birth defect.
Oh, that's what abnormal means, or whatever you said.
Aren't just medical, they're geopolitical.
Would gray teeth be cool? Never mind, that doesn't look cool.
Cool. People always talk about how China is trying to rot the Western youth with attention-seeking apps, but the West has been doing it for years in Asia. The British flooded Chinese markets with opium, which caused pregnant women to have children with clubbed feet and heart issues. And then the United States dropped nukes on dense Japanese civilian centers, which caused cancer growth and anime. And then they topped it off in Vietnam with Agent Orange, which is also linked to clubbed feet, hip deformities, and infertility. In general, radiation and herbicide exposure can
Trent, do you have a micro PP? No, you can ask Chase one day.
Result in growth restriction, major structural
growth. How do I get Vector Wembanyama as my baby?
Radiation and herbicide exposure can result in growth restriction.
Wait, growth restriction. Shiza, I don't want growth restriction.
Major structural malformations.
Okay, have I not been watching in full screen this whole time, by the way? Because sometimes I do that when I'm a little bit slow and I don't watch in full screen.
Intellectual disability and cancer later in life. Between drugs, chemicals, and radiation,
how do I get Victor Wembanyama as my kid?
Inbreeding. Well, actually, it's not the best. It's very disgusting. I hate this video. If you want your baby to look like a cat from eugenics mixed with my Crusader Kings 3 character, inbreeding's the way to go. Inbreeding drastically increases the odds that a child will inherit 2 copies of the same harmful gene. Most people carry some sort of recessive mutation that isn't expressed. Now, normally this isn't a problem because parents are genetically diverse, making it highly unlikely that both will carry the same harmful recessive mutation. However, when inbreeding happens, closely related parents are more likely to share the same recessive genes, increasing the chance that their offspring will express a genetic disorder. Think of genes like a deck of cards. If you're stacking the same deck twice, you'll increase the odds of drawing the Habsburg jaw and cystic fibrosis. Quick side note, I read this article from the BBC that said Charles II had a single testicle that was as black as coal. So if you want your kids to have a black testicle, you know what to do. I'm not drawing that, you freak. A study was done in Brazil analyzing inbreeding deficiencies. The paper concluded that first cousin parents had a 12.3% chance of passing on birth defects, 11% for second cousins, and 9.8% for third. So if we follow the math, the closer the common ancestor is, the worse it gets. And I will leave it on that. Hopefully you learned something.
Did he just say
sure did. I am never going. I will leave it.
He basically just said that first cousins is about as bad as third cousins. Or as good.
Hopefully you learned something. I sure did. I am never going to get pregnant.
Do you guys think that incest is bad? Not incest. Inbreeding is bad because of the birth defects? Or do you think it's culturally bad? Because people say it's weird. Which one do you think like came first? Because like obviously when like you think about it like as a human, like we like say inbreeding's bad, but like, do you think like we think it's bad because the cultural people telling us that, or because of the birth defects? Trent, stay away from your cousins. You're fat. Baby guy.
Good luck to all you birth maxers, and I'll see you in the next one.
Cool video, I think. I'm gonna leave a like. I'm already subscribed.
Won't you come with
And
me
a
and
freaky
spend the
video.
night?
On to the next.
Just a little thing for you and I. And if it's meant to be, then that's all.